Good morning. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Monday morning? The weather here is just spectacular. My weather. It's dry, low 40s, upper 50s, humidity, 60, 65 degrees. It's actually warming up a little bit much. I like it 55 to 65. Anything over 65, I start sweating. And as you can see, I've been working on the closet. And I got the printers in there. Well, they're sitting in there. This is very temporary. That's actually my old bed frame that I made a shelf out of. I used to have a box bed frame thing that I set my bed on. I had a regular old everyday bed that is literally, let's see, I broke my neck in 93. So in 93, the bed I just got rid of was purchased. I just got rid of it this year. That's how old that bed was. And the new bed is, mechanical, has a lifting headboard. I didn't get the whole hospital-y. It just lifts the head, which is good for me because of my whole neck thing. I need it anyways because I used to use like 20 pillows under my neck and body to lift my head up from my neck. And now I don't have to. I just lift the bed. It's only a little bit lifted, but then I can just use one pillow and be normal-ish. Anyway, so Mom got rid of most of her stuff, as you can see up here. Come on, disorientation because of the video reversing of the camera. This stuff still got to go. Up here, all this crap. That's all Mom's crap. And that will be going very soon. I think I'm just going to bring it out in the garage and let the mice live in it because it's just garbage from the 70s. They're literally, this one up here, these are crocheted Revolutionary War 1976, the whole Revolutionary reenactment crap, like Afghans and stuff, like knitted crap from the 70s. Yes, it's very nice, and it's all revolutionary, and someone say 1976, and have fife and drum on them and little muskets. But, oh my God, they've been in there since the 70s. Either use them or get rid of them. Don't just hang on to crap. I hate that. Oh, I started making coffee, and I haven't gotten it yet. Somebody jump in here so I can go to get my coffee. What's up, Ben, Dan, Vince? Michael Castle. I already said Ben, didn't I? Viking, get in here. Even for 5 minutes. Didn't I post the, I don't think I did I? There you go. Just so I can go get my coffee. I need my coffee. Don't want to leave the stream totally dead all by myself. What is up, Mr. Buttram? The Wikipedia of the page. Mr. Patreon.com, the Wikipedia. Crap. Anyway, so, crap, I got this to do too. I got so much crap going on, I probably shouldn't even stream, but I wanted to anyways. Just because. That's got to go. What was I going to print? I was going to print something. But I need to get I got to do the washery thing. And I don't want to use the stupid phone. What about the stupid phone? Let's see. I might as well share the screen and let you guys see what the hell I'm doing. Not that you'll be able to see what the hell I'm doing. Actually, I can just rotate the camera. Share. Let's rotate this camera so you can see that printer. That's the one I'm going to be working on today. Well, working with, not on. Let's go to here. Let's connect to the pumpkin printer. God, that is so much faster. Oh, God. Move, extrude. That's the only thing I dislike. I wish I didn't have to open those every time. Let's extrude 1 or 2 and then do a 50 retract. Did it extrude anything? Nope. That's pulling. And a 50 retract really fast. Pull this filament out. And it's out. And it's already heated up. And see this? This filament I love. Love, 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 love. This right here, this stuff. This is the Maestro, Modestro stuff that Printed Solid sells on occasion. This is their Dragon Red. I'm like hoarding this. This is actually an HD PLA. I thought it came from Canada. Someone told me it came from Canada, but you look up the company and they're like Italy or something. Anyway, he still carries this, Dave, there, but not this particular color. For some reason, I can't seem to get this color anymore. And this is my favoriteest red ever. It is the best red I've seen so far. So I need to load up some other color. Actually, let's go with this total junk pile, which isn't total junk, but here we go. Raptor Series PLA. I can't believe I still found some more of this crap. Raptor PLA Maker Geeks. Freaking, this was supposed to be sky blue. Now it almost looks sky blue on the camera, but this is steel blue. HD blue steel. Oh, maybe this was the one I ordered. No, it was supposed to be sky blue. I know it was. What is up, Chuck, on Twitch? There's a dude on Twitch. For all you YouTubers that don't know that there's somebody on Twitch. Actually, here, I'll go back to sharing the screen. You can see. We are playing with 3D printers there, Chuck. And 3D printing stuff. That's what we're doing. Trying to. Anyways. If I could get my crap together. Well, this is Raptor, so I got to crank the temperature up. I need to burn this stuff off. And I can already tell you it's out of spec because it went through that tube a little hard. Which means it's a little fat. I'm an architect engineer. Another Twitcher. What's this behind you? I don't know. What is behind me? That's my printer. Andrew, get in here. Somebody get in here so I can go get my coffee. I can smell my coffee. What am I doing? I am going to load a little bit of filament for 50. Load. Pulling it in. It is. And it's squishing it out. It's going. It's going just peachy. So, one more time, I am going to, while I'm doing this, I need to, where is it? Let's use Idea Maker. Where the hell is it? Idea Maker Beta. Let's use the beta. Just because. Add. Top. Which has to be rotated. And then add. Bottom. This is like my 4th iteration of this thing. Start slicing. High infill. Edit. I'm using Raptor, so I got to kick the price up, the temperature up. 220. Like slice. Probably going to be a couple hours. Brand. Go down here. Why is the phone ringing? Go back to the slicer. And that looks pretty good. I don't really like this right here, but these little doobie-doo fill-ins right here. But that's life. I'm not going to remodel the thing for this. Export to disk. Bottom. Sure. Done. Let's go to Repetier and say print it. Bottom T code. Open. And print. Come on. Print. And away it goes. And as you can see, there's a mess over here, which is why I was doing this. Rubber ducky, you're so fine. Rubber ducky, I'm so glad you're mine. All right, I got to go get my coffee. Nobody else wants to come in here. There's going to be dead stream for a minute. I need to get a resume one for my branding. I'll be right back. All right, back. Is it printing? Looks like it is. It's hard to tell with that blue on the blue. Can't really see it. Sort of looks like it is. Yep, it is. You can feel it. Can't really see it, but I can feel it. So yeah, that's almost done. I got to get a power in there. What I really want to do is on the other side of that yellow wall, which I want to paint inside there if I'm going to do this. This is very temporary. But it's just like a 2x4 right here. A little 2x4 for a leg just to hold up the middle. It's barely screwed in there. There's just like 4 screws holding that whole shelf in, which is enough. I mean, I got a 2x4 wrapping all the way around. Anyway, the other side of that wall is the other bedroom. And I'm pretty sure somewhere in the length of that is an outlet on the other wall. So I'm thinking I can just cut in if I could find it. My mother's got a bunch of junk stacked over there. If I can get to the wall, find the outlet, punch a hole in this side, and just tap that outlet that's not getting used anyways, and put one on this side of the wall, then I can have power in that closet for the printers. Because in all reality, I think this one's not going to stay in there. I think I'm going to put that one in there and the little one. Although I might, there's room down here at the bottom, right here. I may actually put this down there. Just lift it up off the floor enough so it's not on the floor. And then put it down below. And then I could have all three in that closet. And I was going to put the door back, but obviously I need that much space. I mean, this is just barely clearing. So I may just put like a curtain in front of it. Or the green screen. Put the green screen in front of it. That'd be cool. Yeah, I can do the green screen and make it whatever I want. We get a brick wall. And ultimately, up inside, I'm thinking about putting a like a bathroom fan in there, because that's the attic, and then the roof, and then I could put a vent going up into the attic, up into the roof rather easily. Done it before. It's what I used to do. And I could print like the PCs and all that stuff, because that'll sort of act like a heated chamber. I don't want it to get really hot, but it'll stop drafting, which is the only thing I had a problem with polycarbonate, was when I had it by the window and a draft would come in the window. And I'm not going to close the window, because with polycarbonate printing, it's freaking nasty in here. Anything, I want to have a fan at the window sucking it out. So anyway, that is hopefully the plan. I might actually leave that one here and put the orange one, the pumpkin, down here, right there. Even that way, this can print the polycarbonate, which it would be much better at because it's got the bigger nozzle. And yeah, and a better bed. Although I'd like to convert that thing to 24. But today, the plan is to take this here rat's nest of wires right there. And actually, finally, after 3-4 years I've had this printer, I built this thing, put the brain box in a box. I need to put the brain in a box, put some fans on it, and make it nice. And get rid of all that rat's nest of wiring. Get rid of the squirrels. I don't really have problems with squirrels in my attic anymore. I used to, not anymore. Although I think there might be mice up there now. About 10 years ago, we had squirrels because they ate through the corner of the house. About 15 years ago. That's when I vinylized the house. I put vinyl up. No more wood. Like the wood, but between the squirrels, the frickin' woodpeckers, they're beating on my garage now. The woodpeckers and the mice, I plasticized the whole house. Plus, I put another layer of R19 in the attic, because it's a crawl space attic. It's not very tall. It's only 5 feet, maybe at the peak. I don't even think it's that tall. I think it's only 4 foot. Anyway, so I need to make a brain box for that. Their duet board. That thing right there. Because all them there wires are just getting obnoxious. So I need to shorten the wires, put it in a box, put some fans in it, and close her up. Make it pretty. I think actually printing, it seems to be, everything looks pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say. I need coffee. This is my second cup of coffee. I've been trying to go down to 1 cup, but not today. Okay, move you. Oh, coffee good. I actually added hazelnut. When I make like hazelnut coffee, people are like, ooh, hazelnut. I've discovered I actually like it. I'd give my left testicle for a duet maestro. Why? Being honest, I'm not. I haven't placed this yet. That thing. Built the box for it yet because I'm still seriously considering replacing it with like an SKR. And the duets are nice, but they're just not. They're not great. I mean, they're nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a great board. It's just for the money. The only reason I have it now is because it's getting old. Because that's one of the, I don't know. It's a duet 1.5 or 2, or it's getting old. It's not either of the two newest. The newest 2 version, because there's like the version 2 is like 2.1 now. And that's like a 1.5, if that makes sense. I mean, there's minor changes in it, but the newer board's a little. I think they upped the processor and did a few other things. Anyway, and then you have the Duet 3s now, and the Maestros, and blah, blah, blah. I can't get anything for it anymore. Nobody wants it. So it almost cost me more money to get an SKR and replace with an SKR and get the drivers and all that, and then switch the plugs over. It ended up costing me more than I could get for it. That's the only reason it's still on there. Otherwise, it'd be gone. It is an expensive board. It was $170, I think I paid for it at the time. I think I paid $170 for it. All said and done. And there's just a lot of stuff I don't like about it. There's a lot of stuff I love about it. I mean, I don't know. It's a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Yeah. They're a little overhyped. They are nice. Rip-Rap firmware is pretty sweet. I kind of like it. There's things I don't like about it. Yeah, the 170, though, is a newer unit. Again, that's it's Duet 2, but it's like a Duet 2 1.5 version, whether I guess they're like at like 2 or 2.2 or something like that. They've modified it a couple times since that board came out. That thing's, God, I bought that 2014, 2015, something like that. It's like 4 or 5 years old. When did I buy that? Let's see, I've had that thing like, 3 years now, 4 years that it's been built. I bought the board before I finished building it. So 2016, maybe 2015, something like that. It's old. And I mean, 4 years old isn't really that old, but it is in 3D printer world. Everything is increased. I mean, put it this way, that I bought that before the Ender 3 came out. Which has completely changed the Ender 3 has kind of changed the whole world of 3D printing. My knees are throbbing. Throbbing knees. So, who knows what's going on with Jimmy? Because I only talk to Jimmy when I'm on stream. Everyone's like, you must know he's doing this. And I know he's been sick the last couple of days, but someone told me he's like in the hospital now. I got no way. I don't like talk to his wife or anything. I only talk to him on here. I need my wingman. Viking, didn't you talk to his wife or something, I guess? What's up, Dave? How is your Monday morning going? Good afternoon. It's not afternoon, it's morning. Oh, you're in like Europe area, aren't you? You need a bigger cup. Yes, I do. I actually have bigger cups. I didn't want the bigger cup today. This is my second cup already, and I get I'm jittery in my old age. Seems like it's spring. I worry sometimes because that Raptor filament often clogs a nozzle, not because there's anything wrong with it other than it gets too wide. I've had some that were well over 2.0 in diameter. And actually, I think it was that roll. I just scroll out some and then snip a piece off and it's fine. It's usually only like a foot of it that does that. Surgery? Surgery for what? What are they surgerating? I need my wingman back. Yeah. Jump on here, Andrew. Somebody jump on here. I'm tired of fucking talking to myself. Tired of talking to myself. Oh. I forgot I got to go back on here to yeah, I miss my wingman, my guy, my dude, my backup, my sidekick, my man. Robbie Mac, what is up? Didn't even know you were in here. And Mr. Buttron, which I knew, and Mike, and we have a Ben. Add to stream. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm trying to use my phone here.
Hey, seems to be working. It's a little jittery, but It's your phone. What do you expect?
Well, this is the first time I've tried using it with StreamYard.
Yeah, they work.
It's awesome.
If you turn it over sideways, you'll get landscape. There you go. Now you screwed it up. You got to give it a second for it to rotate. There you go. Much better.
There we go.
Now you can set it down somewhere. If you got a little stand or something, you can put it in, and then you don't have to carry it around.
Yep, sure do. Just have to arrange my desk.
Yeah, they literally just talked about that last night on StreamYards. They fixed it. Normally, if you did that, holy crap! Is there an actual person behind you?
Yeah,
there
my
is.
wife, Christy.
Hi, wife.
That's Christy. You know, back in the days of the Google Hangouts, Christy and I used to be on the Hangouts all the time.
Yep.
And people would see her behind me because we sat in the same room. And everybody only knew her as Ben's wife. And so we set up another computer in another room with another webcam so that she could get on and have her own name on the screen.
Well, that works. I go on. I don't know if you saw it last night, but I did my little fireside thing, and I had
I thought that was cool.
I had my iPad running and my father's laptop running all at one time.
That's Tom, 3D printing llama.
Yep, that would be me. So I wanted to do a paper towel holder because I'm tired of paper towels just laying around. And I keep losing rolls, and then I find them in drawers and crap because I can't stand them. So I went looking on Thingiverse, and there's a bunch of them, but they all have like attachments to make it, so you can slide it in because they all think hard plastic. So what I did is I made it, similar to the rest of them, but I made this one TPU.
Oh, cool.
So when I mount it, this one's PLA, it's hard, but then I can just bend this out of the way, slide it in, and then it'll spring back.
Awesome.
So I got to mount that later. I actually think I'm going to do a video on that. That's why I haven't actually mounted it yet.
What are you using for design?
Fusion. Fusion.
Okay, I won't hold that against you.
Love Fusion. I use Fusion. I'll use Tinkercad all the time too. I just find it I can do more faster in Fusion. I still use Tinkercad for like editing STLs and stuff like that.
Yeah, Tinkercad is good if you want to do something with text or graphics or an image. You know, that's really easy to do.
Yeah, I use them both. Everyone's like, oh. I don't know. I was talking to someone who was like, you know, I'm sorry I had to use Tinkercad. Don't be sorry. I still use Tinkercad. Sometimes
the only problem that I have with Tinkercad is that it requires it's browser based and it requires a constant internet connection.
Yeah.
And we're on satellite internet here, and on satellite it's just terrible.
Yeah. No, that's why like Onshape, even with all their licensing crap, for me, I don't give a crap. I get why, like, you know, Tom Sandlander doesn't want to deal with their licensing because they can just up and take all his crap at any time, where they can't do that with, you know, Autodesk. Autodesk can take your stuff. That's in their licensing, but they actually have to ask first, and you have to have publicized it. So if you're working on something, they can't touch it. The minute you publicize it, they can use it, but they'll ask. They'll ask before they just go and use it. Not that they won't just go and use it even after they ask, but they will ask. Where Onshape just takes it.
Yeah, well, that's why I use Design Spark Mechanical, because they don't do that kind of stuff. And everything is
that won't run on old antique Macs.
No, it doesn't run on a Mac. No.
Nope.
Get a real computer.
Why I use Fusion. I looked at Design Spark and it's all right, but one, I don't run on Mac, and I'm all Mac.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, well, you could probably run it under emulation.
Yeah, but it's an antique. I mean, it's a 2014.
No. Oh, you mean they're talking about the computer?
Yeah, the minute I turn on the emulator, it just like brings it to a drag. You know, it's like blah. Which is why Fusion's great, because even though Fusion's on board your computer, it does most of its processing on board. It still does a lot of it on the cloud. You can do stuff on the cloud, which is a good and bad thing. I mean, the biggest thing I hate about Fusion is when you go to shut it down and it sits there and goes, do you really want to shut down, or can we play with your computer for another 20 minutes with a little spinning wheel? I hate that. Hate it. Do that crap at startup, not at shutdown. I don't really want to do it at startup either. I wanted to do it in the background. Do all your saving and your uploading in the background. Don't wait until the last second, and then when I'm trying to shut the computer down and go do something, I can't because you're uploading crap.
I have to refuel here. So what are you printing this morning?
This is the third version of my chainsaw washer.
Your what?
Because, you know, instead of initially going out there and measuring and doing it proper, I just guessed with the first 2 or 3 iterations, which are actually working, but they're not perfect. It's basically a little washer on my little cordless chainsaw.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's got a little washer and a clip that I don't know if it's a safety issue or if it's just a cheapo. From what I understand, it's actually a safety issue. If it binds, it's supposed to pop the washer off so it won't, like, cut you.
So this is a Raspberry Pi 3 with a 3.5-inch display.
Yeah.
That I got Saturday, and I'm making a case for it so that I can mount it on the Ender 5.
Yep. The problem with that is everyone's doing that. My brother's not big on those, and my brother's a computer scientist, super geek. He's got pies up the yin yang. He just gives them to me when he gets tired of them. He does. I've only bought one. I've got like 6 of them. The problem is most of them are like Pi 2s. So
yeah.
I mean, they work, but they kind of
They
dog
work, yeah.
for this. They're not very good. That's why I won't do it. He keeps wanting to give me a Pi Zero that he doesn't want around anymore. It's like Pi Zero is useless. They're too slow. They're just too slow. They're slower than the old 8-bit board is. Anyway,
Yeah, you can't.
He did the LCD screen and had me design a case and everything. It's got to have a fan. That LCD heats up, and it'll heat up that Pi.
Yeah. So this case that I designed has a fan.
Yeah. He's definitely. I'm not. He's not big on it. Neither am I. Of having the fans, I usually just leave them open aired as much as I can. Just don't like the noise of the fans more than anything else.
Well, and those little fans make a lot of noise.
Yeah, when they're tiny. But if you just leave them open air, they usually have enough cool, as long as it's you're not covering it. That's why all of mine they're completely exposed. I'll put a little, grate over it just so you don't put your fingers into it, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But you can't. You have to have a fan with the screen mounted like that.
Yeah. So on my Ender 3 right now, I'm printing a new lid, and then and that's about a 3-hour print, and then the case itself is a 10-hour print. So I'll do that later on.
9% done. Okay, then. Let's see.
But I just like doing the design. Printing it is okay. I have a lot of fun printing, but I really enjoy doing the design.
Yeah, I'm bigger into designing crap than. As I've always said with the 3D printers, I mean, I like 3D printing. It's all cool. I like the 3D printer more than the 3D printing. I like once I get a 3D printer working really well, it's time for me to fix it.
Yeah. Well, we have 10 printers here, so we're always working on one of them.
Yeah. So, share screen.
Matter of fact, I don't have enough room here at the house to set them all up because we moved, and I don't have enough room.
So this is my existing Duet Wi-Fi little board holder. I put these in them way back when I didn't know any better as like wire ties, so I could run wires back and forth. Tie them up. They don't work. The wires don't stay on them.
Oh, yeah, they don't stay on them. Yeah. Whoops. The only trouble with doing this on the phone is
I just clicked myself out by accident.
Can't see chat.
Actually, you can, but you can't watch them both. If you look up in the right corner, I think it is, you can click on the little chat thing. It'll take over the whole screen, though. You won't see the video anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh well, that's all right.
You can see the chat. That's why I prefer to use a computer.
Well, I do have it. I do have the computer with the webcam, but it would be through the satellite, and I don't know if it'll even work.
Where the hell do you live?
We live just outside of San Marcos, Texas.
Oh.
But the area that we live in, they don't have cable.
Yeah.
So we can't get broadband. And actually what I'm going to end up doing is
what cell phone do you have?
Well, right now we're just using Straight Talk from Walmart. But I'm going to switch to Google Fi. And then that gives us unlimited tethering. And then I can just tether to the computer.
How good's AT&T around there?
AT&T sucks here.
Reception-wise?
Yeah, it's terrible. We live in a hole. We live in a dead zone.
Cellular.
It's terrible.
Is on AT&T's network, and they have a pretty fast. Matter of fact, I've been considering getting rid of Comcast altogether and getting customer cellular for my internet because it's like $60 a month. Gives me all my phones, plus like a ridiculous, it was like 800 gigabytes of internet transfer, and it's pretty fast. It's not as fast as my cable, but it's faster than DSL. And I've been thinking about doing it.
Well, how much do they charge you for Comcast?
My Comcast bill is about $225 a month. Well,
wow,
that's internet, television, phone.
That's ridiculous.
That's all three. I'm gonna pitch my parents' phone over because the phone's only $9.95. Now that's my television's got Netflix and HBO, and so
cut the cord, man.
Huh?
Cut the cord.
Yeah, well, that's just it. If I go to Comcast or the customer cellular, because my cell phones are on customer cellular, I have 3 cell phones on customer cellular right now, unlimited everything. After taxes and everything, it comes to $62 a month.
Are you talking about consumer cellular?
Yeah, consumer cellular. Sorry.
Okay. That's the old people's cell phone plan.
Yep. But it's AT&T.
Oh, it's on their network?
Yeah. It's on AT&T's network. And you're old. You're over 55, right?
Yeah, I'm 63. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have AARP?
No.
Oh. If you get AARP for $50, they take $60 a month, $50 a year. I pay for like 5 years for like $100 to get AARP. And they take almost $50 a month off your cell phone bill. Right there,
wow.
It pays for itself. Yeah. My cell phone bills for 3 phones, unlimited, done deal, is under, after taxes and everything, is under $70. 3
That's not bad at all.
phones.
Yeah.
Which most of them, they're $60, $70 per phone.
Yeah.
And I have 3
I'm going
to cancel my father's.
I'm going to move to Google Fi, and for Christy and I, it's going to be $60 for the both of us.
That's unlimited everything?
Yeah.
Because I can get the internet box.
And the interesting thing about Google Fi is the Google Fi phone works with any carrier, and it will automatically switch from carrier to carrier as you move from place to place.
They whack you for that switching.
Or maybe, who knows?
They whack you for that switching. If you go on to someone else's carrier, they start nailing you like freaking $2 a minute.
No. This is through Google. This is through Google. Yeah. It's all one price.
Now, if you switch carriers, you better read the fine print. If it's got to switch a carrier, they start whacking you per minute.
But the phones work on all carriers, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, most of them actually do now. Most of them.
No. I'm talking about in real time.
Yeah,
if you go from one place to another place, and if you have, like, if they have a carrier that is lousy in one area, but another carrier that's good in that area, it will automatically switch to that carrier.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are all interconnected now. Like,
but I'll have to check. I'll have to check on that consumer cellular stuff.
T-Mobile or something merged with Sprint. The hell is that noise? We got birds or something?
Yeah, we have birds.
Oh.
We have 2 cockatoos, a blue-headed conure, and an African gray, and the cockatoos are noisy. Casey, quiet.
So anyway,
if they can't see me sitting in the office, they make noise.
Let's get on this. What the hell was that all about? And why is my hierarchical not showing up? Why is it not showing up? Why is nothing showing up? Where's my hierarchical? Oh, crap. It's done this before. This is their newest update, did this. So I quit. Here we go. Uploads pending. I don't care about your uploads. Quit now. Go away. And it's still trying to upload crap and quitting. And it still won't quit.
So were you talking about 3D Jimmy a little while ago?
Yeah. What's up with him? Do you know anything about it?
No, I haven't seen him in a few days.
Yeah, well, I know he was sick the other day. He didn't even get on my, because he's normally here every day with me. He's like my co-host now. And the last couple of Friday or Saturday, he's like, I don't feel good. I'm not going to get on the stream. I'm like, fine. And then didn't really hear from him all day Saturday. And then yesterday, some people said he was in the hospital.
Close the door so we don't hear the birds.
Yeah, a lot of these, like the Google meshes and all that, all of that stuff is definitely going to depend on your location too. You know, some people, it's like mailing. Some people around here, UPS and USPS are really good for mailing. FedEx and what's that freaking yellow one?
DHL.
Yeah, DHL are absolutely miserable. FedEx is worse than DHL around here. I mean, the guys are nice and everything, but they're just so miserable to get anything. They show up at like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, FedEx used to be halfway decent until about 4 or 5 years ago. There used to be a FedEx station like in every county in the state. Well, like 4 or 5 years ago, they got rid of them all, and they have one distribution center for the whole state. And it's on the other side of the state. They're like an hour and a half away to even get to town before they start delivering. And ever since then, they've gotten so bad. Like really, really bad. All right, let's try this again. Where the hell did they go?
Well, I haven't been away. I haven't been off the property here since the 1st of November. I do everything on Amazon.
Yeah, I pretty much do too.
If that was our balance last night, and I just paid the record, but I have enough to pay.
I don't know why I mirrored it. Oh, because the way I wanted to mount it. I can delete that. That don't matter no more. That don't matter no more. Those can stay. That can stay. Those can stay. That can get deleted. Delete. Delete.
Hang on, Tom.
Yep. This can get deleted. I don't want to edit it. I want to just delete it. Cancel. This can get deleted, which is going to make these two go away. All right. Now we're pretty much back to where I want to be. I want to select that. What the hell happened?
So we have 135.
Sketch. That's the board. That's the outer, which is raised a little bit higher. Correct. Yep. So there's some air gap. That's my studs.
I guess so.
The
That's what
studs.
you want to do.
We gotta pay it. I can't.
Okay. All right.
For the venting.
$150 for this reconnect.
No, that's ridiculous.
Extrusion for the venting. What is this? That's for the pegs, which I don't need. Delete. This is for the vent strips. And that's the vent strips. Correct? Yep. So, we're good now. So if I take this and close that and do a save as brain box.
Okay, I'm back.
Wet brain box. I don't have to reconstruct everything. I can just start from there.
Now, is this going on your Hypercube printer?
On the LlamaCore, yeah. It's not a hypercube. It's my own
Oh, it's
design.
not a hypercube?
No, I designed
Oh,
that
you
completely
designed it yourself?
100% by myself.
Cool. Is
Not
it,
really. It was kind of stupid.
is
Let's
it,
see.
is it designed like a Voron too?
No, it's there's nothing. I completely started from scratch and just did it all myself.
So does your bed move up and down, or is it stationary?
The bed moves up and down.
Okay.
It's similar. It's a Core XY. It's similar to the hypercubes and stuff.
Okay. I just saw a really good video on the Voron 2.4 yesterday. Man, I would love to build one of those.
Let's see if I go to here.
But you're talking about $1,200 for all the parts.
Yeah, I probably paid about $1,000 for this. So it's 175 all the way out. So if I want to take off 5, I just make it 170. And then it'll slide right in there. And
What did you use? What did you use for a hot end?
Now it's got a Hemera on it.
I have a Hemera on my Ender 3, and I love it. It's great.
Yeah, I'm having problems. I mean, I'm running a Hemera on 2 of them. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I much prefer direct drive, but I'll tell you what, it's far from perfect. For one, it should be a pancake motor. It absolutely does not need a full powered motor on that thing for everyday printing. They should have made it with a small. It doesn't even have to be a pancake. They could have gone to like 3/4 size and saved some weight.
Yeah.
My MK8 freaking extruder works better in a lot of conditions. I mean, for TPU and stuff, they both work. I just printed this TPU on the Hemera last night. But
what don't you like about the Hemera?
You can't manually feed, for one. It's a pain in the ass. If you get a jam, you got to tear the whole freaking thing apart.
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
The heat break is super wimpy, which is fine. If they'd done something similar to like slice and put some rods or something up. So if you do have a collision with the head, with the actual heater, you're not bending or breaking the heat break. I mean, the whole thing's held by that little itty bitty heat break, and that thing's, half the thickness of the old like V6 heat brakes.
Yeah,
it's super wimpy.
Well, I got a couple of E6 clones that I got to convert a couple of machines to 3mm filament because I still have about 18 cases of 3mm filament.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
And we bought 25 cases for $250. And so that's 300 spools of filament. Came out to like 86 cents a spool. And so right now, the only printer I can use that 3mm filament on is my CR10S. And so I'm going to convert a couple of other printers over to 3mm filament.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind using 3mm filament. The problem is you really should go to a bigger heater.
Oh, yeah. No, 3mm filament with a Volcano hot end works fantastic.
Yeah, and then use like a big nozzle and be happy. Because I got an 8mm nozzle on the LlamaCore and a 6 on this and then a 4 on the little one.
Yeah, I have a 0.8 on my CR10S with the 3mm filament and a Volcano hot end. And I have a project that I regularly print for a guy up in New Hampshire, and printing on a CR10 with 1.75mm filament, just a stock CR10. The box takes 76 hours to print, and I can print it on my printer on my CR10S. I can print it in 31 hours.
Y'all should move in when I move that one in, correct? Yep.
As a matter of fact, that's what's on the printer right now in filament pause mode. It's been in filament pause for 5 days because I printed a box and I thought I had enough filament, and the box is like 90% done. And so I went ahead and ordered filament from Amazon, and they told me it would be here Friday. Well, it got here Friday, but they sent the wrong color. And so I had to reorder, and now it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But the printer has been in filament pause now for at least 5 days.
Okay, what the hell happened just because I moved those holes?
Oops.
That one.
Control Z.
That one. That one. That one. That one. That one's good. That one's good. That's
Was
okay.
that a fan? Is that a fan mount?
Edit.
What size fan are you using there?
What size fan?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'll be using the probably regular 4010s.
How big is that box?
Oh, pretty big.
That looks bigger than a 40.
Yeah, this is for the whole unit. That's the back side of the board. That's the other thing about the Duet. The Duet gets really freaking hot. People don't realize that. And that should be it. Oh, the holes are cut. Okay, oh, that's all fixed. This is all going to be like wire space in here.
Yeah.
They want to stuff a lot of wires in there. I've been making these boxes a little too small. And I mean, they look nicer when they're small and everything, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You know what? I want the freaking wires in there, and I want room to work on them and put them in there.
Yeah, you gotta have room. You gotta have room. Gotta have room to work on them.
And all of them I've been cramping the wires in, trying to make the box a little bit smaller by cramping the wires in there. It's like, you know what? I'm done cramping wires. No more cramping. Needs to just
especially if you have
breathe.
ferrules on the end.
It's just obnoxious. And I hate cutting them and remaking them. And I'm always modding stuff. Even after I've modded it 5 times, I'm like, oh, let's do this. And so having the extra wire is fine by me because a lot of times I'll be like, oh, I'd rather have it over here instead of over there. So I want the extra wire so I can move crap. Now I'm going to move it now where it's laying. I'm going to have to if I keep it in the closet. So I need wire entering. I need one from the side there going in. I need to move the board. Damn it. Gosh darn it. I can move that around later. I'll probably just center the board because there's nothing you need to access in that thing once it's up and running. Did
you change your setup? Because it seems like the last time I was watching a stream with you, your camera was angled a different way.
Yeah, it was angled this way.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, okay.
And it was actually over on this side of the desk. Yeah, because the windows keep bleaching and everything out. And this closet used to be full of my mother's crap. Like, crap. And after I finally got my mother convinced after my father passed to start getting rid of some of his crap. And they got rid of his crap, and we cleared out his closet. And I said, she put her winter and summer clothes in here. And I'm like, you know what? You have this whole freaking house, Mother. I want this one room. I'm asking for one single freaking room. 7 people lived in this house reasonably comfortable growing up. And there's only the 2 of us in it now. Plus, I have a 50-foot garage. A 4-bay freaking garage that she's got full. Oops. And it's
that's what happens when you live. That's what happens when you live to be 70 or 80 years old. You accumulate a bunch of stuff.
She's in her 80s, but she needs to. Yeah. Even my brothers are like, you got to start clearing it. I took 4 dumpsters out of here when my father first got sick because I had to move them into the basement because that's the only way I could get him in and out of the house with a wheelchair. My basement's got a full walkout basement. It's a big basement. Full 8.5 foot ceilings, blah, blah, blah. So
Wow.
I took 4 dumpsters out of this house already.
And what state do you live in?
And the house is still full of crap.
What state do you live in, Tom?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay.
Way up
I'm
north.
familiar with that area.
Way up north. Right on the water.
I used to live in Norwalk.
Oh, that's like an hour away, not quite. That's west and north of here a little bit, I guess. Actually, no, it's about just west of here. Norwalk's still kind of on the shore, I guess. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm right on the water.
Yeah, I used to work for a company in Wilton.
If you look out this window at the top of the window, you can look over the train tracks and see the sound. I'm about a mile and a half from the actual water, but there's nothing between me and the water because the end of my driveway is a swamp. My whole house is surrounded by swamp. That's why it's so wooded, because this is a beach town. It's a cluster right now.
Oh yeah.
But we're in like a dead zone because it's all swampy. We're like on an island in the middle of swamp. There's like 4 or 5 houses on the little island, and that's it. You go a half a mile that way or a half a mile that way, you're in city zone, beach zone. Anyway, so I have to punch holes here. Where do I want to put them?
So with a basement like you have in your house, do you get water in it?
No, not at all. Which is the other reason my brothers wanted to like cut holes in it when I first moved them down there. I said absolutely not. No, we're up on a hill too.
Oh, okay.
I'm on it's kind of hard to describe, but all around me, except for right in front, there's like even taller hills, and it goes down to the swamp, and then there's like a crown that there's 3 or 4 houses around. My driveway, if you go out my driveway, it goes out maybe a quarter of a mile, and then it drops like 75 feet, and then it goes out to the road. Yeah. I have a big dirt hill out here that I'm constantly shoveling to repair every time it rains.
So do you get flooded in?
A couple times when we have floods and stuff, we used to. Not as like 4 times in my life we've had like major. I don't know if you remember back in 81, 82, this whole area got devastated with floods and like literally like took down buildings and like something you'd see on, back then, you see on National Geographic where the flood comes through and just wipes out everything and takes buildings out and everything. That happened in the 80s, like 81, 82. And that was bizarre because I was actually in Deep River, Essex, and all the bridges washed out. So I couldn't get home. I was just visiting my brothers. My brothers lived there, and I couldn't get back here. And the second or third day after, the National Guard came in because nobody could get out. You literally could not get out of town in Essex because the only way out of town, everywhere there is a river. And all the bridges washed out, like every single one of them.
Wow.
The National Guard flew in and brought, water and food. And so we were all meeting them, grabbing the stuff. And my brother was with me. And one of the National Guard dudes with the helicopter was like, hey, grew up with my brother. My brother's like, oh, man, somehow or another I had to get my little brother home because I was only like 15 or 16. And the National Guard dude goes, well, where does he live? He says, in Old Lyme. He goes, well, I can get him to Niantic. I'm like, what do you mean? It's just going to plop his ass on a freaking helicopter and fly him back to Niantic. I was like, I'm in. I'll freaking walk home from there, man, just to get in the helicopter ride. So they flew me to the National Guard. I hopped on the helicopter. They flew me to the National Guard site. And then I walked home from Niantic. It took me like 4 hours to walk home, but I walked home from Niantic. Got here, and I couldn't get into the house because there was like 10 feet of water. Somebody came along, and he had a canoe on the back of his truck, and he canoed me into the house. Got here figuring, the dude with the canoe was like, I'll wait here, grab, clothes and crap like that you need. I still had power. Everything was fine.
Wow.
it was like amazing. I got pictures of it. We canoed over like cars in the road at the end of my driveway because you get the drunken idiot like, oh, I can drive through that puddle of water. Blah blah blah, but 6, 8, 10 feet deep.
Yeah, we get that all the time here in Texas. When it rains, we're surrounded by all kinds of little water crossings,
Yeah.
and people think that they can just drive through it.
No.
The last year I was a judge. Here in Texas, judges go out and pronounce people dead.
Yep.
And so the last year it was right before Christmas. We had a real big flood, a lot of water, a lot of rain, and they had a Christmas tree lighting ceremony in the little town where we live. And this couple it was a Friday night, they went to the tree lighting ceremony, and then on the way home, they crossed the low water crossing where there were barricades. They went around the barricades, and they got washed away. Now, I know that they have probably driven through that crossing 1,000 times and never had a problem. But that one time, it cost both of them their lives.
That happened. Let's see, is it this one or this one I need to get rid of?
It was really sad. And they had a 22-year-old kid who just didn't have a clue.
Okay. Command Z. So I need to move. Cancel. I gotta remember how to do this.
We get people all the time in low water crossings here. It's crazy.
Move, bitch. Why can't I move it? Oh, because that thing got in there. Anything else?
So are you retired, Tom?
Not really. I should be. I've been paying caretaker for my parents for the last 4 years.
Gotcha.
Which is going to come to an abrupt end, and it's going to freak my mother out because there's really no need for it anymore. Now that my father passed, I don't need to be here. I mean, I'll still take care of my mother, but I don't need to be a full-time caretaker anymore. She can get up, move around, and do basic stuff on her own.
Do what you need to do, yeah. How long ago did your dad pass?
April.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm actually, I'm glad, to be honest with you. I know it sounds wrong, but he was miserable.
Yeah. That's the way my dad.
Last 2 years, he was absolutely miserable.
My dad, for 12 years, my dad suffered. And then, so he died when he was 62. And there were a lot of people that were really upset about the fact that he died so young. But the last 12 years of his life were terrible. And so I was glad when he went. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not glad. I miss my father, blah, 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 but yeah.
Yeah. Well, but my dad smoked cigarettes for 50 years and it tore him up.
Yeah. My father was fine one day, and we thought he got a flu, and he actually had a urinary tract infection that seeped into his bloodstream, and literally he got an infection inside his brain.
Wow.
And it cooked his brain, basically.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame. He's no longer in pain, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really in pain, but he lost all his memories, didn't remember crap. It's like my brothers would show up, and he wouldn't even recognize him. He only recognized me because as he was recovering, I was there all the time. Half the time, he didn't recognize my mother. He thought my mother was his mother a lot of times. His wife.
Yeah.
He thought his wife was his mother.
You know, that happens in Alzheimer's patients a lot.
Well, he had he was already getting dementia. We knew that.
Yeah.
But his vision was going. He was confused. You know, I had to put him in the basement, so even that made it worse because he didn't recognize anything. So he kept going, I got to go home. He'd run away. He'd like take off. I started putting like cameras all around with motion sensors and warnings on him because, you know, when they first brought him home, we weren't, you know, this was all new to us. After he'd been in the hospital and in a rehab center for 6 months, brought him home.
Wow.
Built this whole basement apartment. He's like, I got to go home one day. My mother's taking a nap. I'm up here. Next thing I know, the cops are at the door. They found him 2 miles down the freaking road, fell down in the bushes. Luckily, the cop was literally driving by when he fell over.
Yeah.
And, you know, the cop pulls over and goes, you know, the dude fell over. Check him out. Checks him out, and, you know, here he is in his slippers and a bathrobe and pajamas. And he's like, okay, something's up with that.
Did the cop know who he was?
Again, we didn't know what was going on, so we had no ID on him, nothing. It literally took the cop like 3 hours to figure out where the frick he lived. Luckily, somebody drove by that knew us and said, that's Dick Liberty, and he lives down here. He's been real sick. And they brought him home. So after that, I got him like a bracelet with IDs and all kinds of crap. All his clothes, I put his name and address on. So even if he kept taking the bracelet off, going, this thing's annoying. So I literally sewed like all into his clothes, his name and address. So if anyone ever found him and he got, you know, escaped, put cameras all around the house with motion sensors on it. Those Wise cams, I used the Wise cams. Those actually work for that pretty good. It would come up on my phone. If he went out the door opened, the motion sensor kicked off, it would show up on my phone immediately. Me, you know, motion at the door. But I have to look at the camera and, you know, is that dad or is that somebody showing up to visit?
So the Wise Cam do they have an app that works with the phone?
It only works on an app. It's the only I didn't like is it wouldn't port to a computer or anything. It only works on phones. But it record. You can set it to record 24/7. You can set it for motion detection. It has night vision, so if you took off at 2:00 in the morning, it would still work, and you get a video of. You know, with the motion sensor, you get like a 30-second video of what it saw. Yeah. The only issue is here in the woods, summertime like now, last summer, I was constantly getting videos saying, you know, motion detection. I'm like, oh crap, that's escaping. And you watch the video, and all it is the leaves blowing and the sunspots. You know, it sees the motion. Yeah. And there's so much, you know, it's woodlands here, and, you know, all the shade, you get a branch blowing through the sun, shooting through a branch moving, and it like
could be
motion detector.
It could be worse. You could get raccoons.
Oh, we have raccoons. Oh, God, we got tons of raccoons. See, if I just put it in the middle, I can't do that though.
It'd be our luck. It'd be our luck. Our donkeys would set them off.
Okay, if I put that right up tight.
We've got donkeys and chickens and all kinds of stuff around here.
I put that tight to there. Then I can access the card. Now all of the bits and parts come in from one side. There's really nothing on the other side, so I can shift it this way. Whoops. Shift it this way also.
Make it bigger.
Return. And now dimension this. I want to escape. I know I'm going to have a problem with that. Dimension this from there to there. I want 5 millimeters. And I should make it. 5's good. And then from here to here, I also want. Is there literally anything that I'm plugging in on that side? Nope, not a thing. So that I can also make 5 millimeters. So then my power can come in here. And all the circuitry for the controllers come in here. So then escape. Now I want to take these. Supposedly, if I just move this one, they'll go together, correct? Yep.
Hey Tom, I'm gonna jump off and get something to eat, but it's good talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We'll see you again.
Yeah.
All right, talk to you soon.
I'm probably not going to get very far with this because I'm just not in the mood. Not in the mood to do all this moving crap. Later. What time is it? I've been doing this an hour. I got to go put laundry out anyways. Hey, Brian Mines, didn't even know you were in there. We have bears coming across front porch a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we get bears. I don't get them here as much. I get deer and fox and all kinds of crap. I have plenty of wildlife in this area. Again, because of the swamps. Who's all here? Hey, what's up, everybody? So, yeah. I want to keep all this aligned. I drag this down to here, put it over to that. That isn't exactly where I want it. I want it right about. I'm just kind of guessing. There. Let's see, that one's for that, that's for that. Command D, or just D. I forgot there's no command with this. This off of there. I want. Let's do 10. And if I do this off of there, also do 10. That locks everything in. But I really don't want it there because this is the mountain hole. So I do have to move it. Maybe I'll just delete that one mountain hole and move it. Let's see now. I really need it there so I can access the SD card. Yeah, let's leave it for now. Finish sketch. Let's see what happens. That's there. That's there. That's there. That goes there. Those are my studs. That's back kick. It goes there. It goes there. It goes there. That goes there. Oh, what do I gotta move here? I gotta move this, don't I? That's this one. Edit sketch. And I can delete a lot of that because I don't need it. And just bring this down to here-ish. Finish sketch. That should knock out those. That's actually all right. And there we go. That's the start of moving it and having it. And these are air bleed holes, believe it or not, which were recommended by somebody a long time ago. That lets the air flow away from the back of the board kind of crap. And they should actually go all the way through, which they will later. They let it ventilate. So the box has to be mounted like that. Which is going to turn it And the SD cards and all that's going to be accessed down here. So I'll have to map out. And Dan's working. I'm working too on making this thing work. So the power is going to come in there at the top. So I flip it around and I put the vent holes, these vent slots. I could actually leave them there, but put some kind of venting here. That will put the fan there. No, put the fan there. And that'll pull it right above it. So if this is actually the orientation, it'll be in. And my power can come in the bottom, and all my wiring can come in right here and here, which is how it's actually working now. Right? Yeah. And really, I only need the power port, the bed wire, and the extruder wire. Right. So, if I punch a hole here, hole, I gotta remember how big it is. Damn it, it's a weird size too. I think it's like 13 millimeter. You know what I can do? I can find out by going over one of these. Actually, this should work. I can research it here by how big I made those holes. Any one of these here sketches. Come on, do. Edit sketch. How big is that hole? Inspect. I hate it when it pops it out like that. It is diameter 11.75. There you go. That's all I need. So back here, what the hell happened? What happened? Did I just lose the whole thing I just did? Fusion, this last update you did is just really beginning to irritate me. All right, there we go. This needs to be 11.75. Edit feature. That needs to be straight through hole. It needs to be 11.75. That's not depth. I need diameter. 11.75. And it doesn't need to be anywhere near that deep, I believe. I can click on this. Delete. Just click on that face. Why won't it let me click on the face? 6 will work. And that's that. So yeah, that's my power port. So that's the bed, which is all right there except for the extruder motor, which is at the bottom. So I need 2 holes. So let's change its location. Location. Back. Let's bring it way the hell over here. I want it at, let's say, 60. And I want it off of there. Let's say, let's go with 18. Okay. Let's do it again. What the hell am I doing? I don't know what the hell I'm doing sometimes. I really wish it would just copy. I wish it would let me have like a default. Oh, wrong one. This is supposed to be 11.75. This only needs to be 6. And this, what did I do? 18? And then this is for the power, which is about dead center. Which I will make let's go with 80. They're pretty close side by side. Yep. And that's what I want. And I should be working on this, not that. God damn it, I hate it when it does that. Oh well. Because now it's up here in this part instead of down here in this part. Okay. Now, the next one coming in will come in from the side. That's all open. And it can just come in here somewhere. Hey, look, it remembered it. And I want to do it, say, 40. I'll also do 18. Okay. And then I only need one more, right? Which needs to be bigger. How much bigger? How much bigger does it need to be? Ow, 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 ow. My body don't want to work. 16.2. So if I make it 15 3/4, it'll clamp down on it. It actually needs to be higher up. Where does that wire go to? Actually, there's only one motor wire right in the middle. Everything else is all over here. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah. Let's edit this one. Let's make this like 80. I'll push it down there. Okay. Let's put another one in. And let's make it off of here. We'll go 60. Actually, let's go 55 or even 50. That sounds good. Off of here, 18. And then make this much wider because it's the bigger cable. 715.75. And that should clip it. I do the splice. That's pretty much it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have the end stops and stuff that are coming off of those motors, but then I can convert those motors all into that wiring harness. Let's put one more hole in here just because. Where does that go to? Down, around, and into there. That's going to get shifted. Let's see, top. Actually, it's going to sit. I have to think about how it's going to sit. Kind of doing this ass backwards. Those are going to come in there. Those are going to come in there. That's going to come from the top, actually. For those steppers, which I can actually just put right here. I just have one set of holes. So 18 again. That's not going to let me because I got to move it. Oh, God damn it. Get out of the way. Oh, that bothers the crap out of me. And it won't let me do it because it's overlapping it, but I got to be able to grab that center. Now I can do it. 18. Off of here. Let's go 30. Go 25 or even 20. Yeah, let's go 25. And that one's going to be the smaller, 11.75. There we have it. That should reset me to home. When I hit home, nope. Now there's a way I can make that home. Think of you as six view. Okay. So now when I hit home, it should go to there, correct? Yep. Which is okay. Now I have to put the fan in. What's everyone happening in chat? Not paying attention to chat. What's up, Mr. Tanner? You want to jump in here, Tanner? We need to talk, Tanner. We need to chit chat, buddy. How was your weekend when you're singing and dancing and bebopping? And how did it all go for you? Brand. We can get rid of the whole thing there. Back to the comments. Actually, I'm not going to be much longer because I got to go put laundry out. And then, yeah, it's been an hour and a half. Definitely got laundry done. Wow, it's 11 o'clock. I actually got to go now. No, I don't. But I should. I got to put laundry out and go work in the yard and make lunch and all that good stuff. New tires. Tires are good. New tires are good. So, another thing I do want to do is put some kind of tie wrap, hold downy things on here to hold wires so I can tie wrap them up. And I do want to put the fan right around here somewhere. And a row of stepper drivers right in a row there. So I want it on this edge. So let's put a punch in. Make sure I'm still right around here. We want to do 40 millimeter. 40. Turn. Do a box with a center punch at 32, I think it is. 32 by 32 and 32 and why does it keep going back to 39? 32, I said. Return. Why does it keep going back to 39? 32, I said. There we go. Actually, I need to make that like 39.5 or something. 39.5. And then dimension this off of here. Let's do 24. Dimension this off here. Let's do 35. That locks all that. Escape. Let's make this thing here just a construction line. So I know where I'm putting the next little hole, which is the screws. I want to make that 3.5. And then I can pattern this. Create. Right. Oops. Circular pattern. Sure, why not? Center object is that. And I actually want 4. Slowly line up. Okay. Then I can just punch all this stuff through, and I have my mount for a fan. Solid. Extrude. -5. There, I got a fan port. Now all I have to do is put a small hole for the power to come out. Let's do it back here. I'm going to leave it pretty big because last time I did that, it wasn't quite big enough for the actual plug to fit through. I'm thinking like 9 ought to be enough. Let's bring it off of here. Let's just make it an even 65. Turn. Off of here. Let's go 34. Okay. And that can get my power to it. And that should be the basics of it. Now, I still need to put a cut for the SD card in here, which I'm going to have to figure out the exact location for. And a few other things. Yeah, you know what I found, though, Tanner? I don't know if you can do it down where you are. I go to, like, those tire worlds or whatever. You call ahead. And I got them for my van. I got special tires for my van because it's the 1-ton van with the 16-inch tires and everything, even though it's just an Astro van, it takes special tires. They're about $150 a piece normally. But I call like Tire World or Town Fair Tire or one of those places, and they go, "Yeah, you know, this size, like last year's models or oddballs, or." And a lot of times you can get deals. Like the last time I did my van, they actually had like one tire, and they called around to all the other ones. It was like a year-old version of whatever, and I got them for like $60 a piece installed. I mean, it came to, and they had to call like different stores, and they shipped them, and I couldn't get them until the next day. But they pulled a whole bunch of leftover tires, and you know they're all the same model, same stuff, same brand. It's just they pulled them from all different places because they were just, everybody had like single leftovers, and they wanted to get rid of them. So I got a deal, and they got rid of crap, and everybody's happy. Yeah, you got to actually call and say, you got any leftovers or discontinueds or last year's models, or, you know, even the CRV, that's front wheel drive, right? That's not all wheel drive. So you get 2 tires on the front that are Toro and 2 tires on the back that are Goodrich. Who gives a crap? You know what I mean? And get leftovers last year's whatever and save a boatload of money, because those are expensive. 17-inch tires, you're talking $150, $125 for cheapies, at least around here. Oh, it is all-wheel drive, so all 4 have to match. All-wheel drive, all 4 tires have to match. You can still do it. My van was all-wheel drive, the other one. And I did the same thing. I called Town Fair Tire. I'm like, I can't afford it. You got any like discontinued last year? It's something that's got laying around. You want to get to out of stock that'll fit. And I almost guarantee you can save yourself a couple $100 doing that. At least I do every time. Every time I go, give me some discontinued last year model, something you don't want laying around no more. Anyway, I'm going to cut it because I got laundry to do, and then I got to go work out in the yard, and it's nice out, and I want to do it before it gets hot. Actually, it's getting hot. 73 degrees, that's hot for me. I don't like 73 degrees. I like 70 degrees or under. It's getting warm. Anyway, on that note, apple cider. I got some apple cider. Yum. I'm going to kill it. It's been fun. It's been real. Probably see you again all tomorrow. Bye.